Have you ever felt like your attention span is just shattered? Like you can't focus on things the way you used to? Well, you are definitely not alone. It's this feeling people are calling brain rot. And in this explainer, we're going to break down what it is, how it's being engineered against you, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it.
So look, this topic is pretty personal for me. Not too long ago, I looked at my screen time report and I was just floored. The hours had completely skyrocketed, and at the same time, my mood and my ability to focus had just hit rock bottom. And the culprit? It was obvious. It was the short-form videos. That endless, mindless scroll was genuinely making my life worse, and I had to figure out why.
All right, so let's get into it. What is brain rot? You've probably seen the term floating around online. It's gotten so common that Oxford actually named it their word of the year. But this is so much more than just a meme. It's a real, shared experience, and it's backed by some pretty startling science. Now, I want to be super clear here. Brain rot is not, a formal medical diagnosis. It's a term that was born on the internet to describe a feeling I think we all recognize. That feeling that being exposed to this constant, rapid-fire, low-substance content is actually rewiring our brains for the worse. It's making it harder to think deeply, to focus, and to solve any kind of complex problem.
But I mean, come on, we all do it, right? You're working hard, you need a quick break, you pull out your phone for 10 minutes to just decompress. It feels completely harmless. But what if that short little break is actually sabotaging your brain's ability to get back to work?
Okay, get ready for this because a 2022 study out of Munich reveals the damage, and it is wow. So researchers tested people's memory. Then they gave them a 10-minute break and tested them again. The control group, who just kind of chilled out, no change. They stayed at about 80% accuracy. But look at the group that spent those 10 minutes on TikTok. Their memory accuracy plummeted, from 80% all the way down to 49%. That's a nearly 40% drop. It's what scientists call a massive cognitive switching cost. Your brain literally can't just flip a switch and go back to being focused after that kind of stimulation.
So why does this happen? How is it so powerful? Well, here's the thing you have to understand. This is absolutely not an accident. These apps are masterfully, brilliantly designed to exploit the fundamental wiring of your brain. So let's get into the science of the scroll. Think of it like this. There is a battle raging deep inside your brain. On one side, you've got your amygdala, that's your primal survival brain, always scanning for threats and rewards. On the other side, you've got your prefrontal cortex, that's the CEO, the part in charge of planning and impulse control. Well, when you scroll, these apps hijack your primal brain with a non-stop stream of new stuff, flooding you with dopamine and putting that primal brain right in the driver's seat. It just completely silences your rational mind.
And make no mistake, this isn't you just passively watching some videos. This is behavioral conditioning. Your phone is a modern-day Skinner box. Every single time you swipe, you're pulling a lever and you get an unpredictable reward. Sometimes it's a great video, sometimes it's junk. It is the exact same psychological principle that makes slot machines one of the most addictive things on planet Earth.
And if you think I'm exaggerating, guess what? The companies know this. Thanks to whistleblowers, we have their own internal messages. Just listen to this one from a Meta employee. Oh my gosh, y'all, Instagram is a drug. They are not mincing words.
Oh, it gets so much worse. Here's another one. We're basically pushers. We're causing reward deficit disorder because people are binging. They know they're creating a tolerance in your brain, forcing you to consume more and more and more just to feel normal.
And here it is, the smoking gun. This final quote confirms their intent. Top-down directives drive it all towards making sure people keep coming back for more. This isn't some unfortunate side effect. Addiction is the business model. It's not about your lack of willpower. It is, and always has been, about their design. So, okay, we know it's engineered. But what's the real-world fallout from this? This addiction comes at a staggering cost, not just to our attention, but to our physical health, our mental well-being, and even the very fabric of our society. I mean, look at this list. We're seeing a huge rise in revenge bedtime procrastination. That's where we sacrifice the sleep we desperately need for a few hours of me time on our phones. That's directly linked to a higher risk of heart disease. It weakens our impulse control across the board. It's a major factor in the global epidemic of teen anxiety. And, maybe saddest of all, it's eroding our ability to have deep, meaningful human connections. And the sheer scale of this is mind-boggling. We actually surveyed you, our own audience, and the average time you reported spending on your phone each day was 6.5 hours. Let that sink in for a second. 6.5 hours. That is over a quarter of your day, every single day, gone, handed over to these devices. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more intense, well, it does. We are standing on the edge of an even more powerful wave of this tech. Because if social media was about hijacking our attention, this next phase, powered by AI, it's targeting something far more personal.
Okay, so this is the crucial shift you need to understand. Social media hacked our attention using dopamine, right? That little chemical hit of reward. AI chatbots are poised to hack our attachment system using oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the love hormone. We're about to move from an addiction to stimulus to an addiction to simulated relationships.
And we have all seen this movie before. The writer Cory Doctorow has a colorful name for it. He calls it enshittification. Step 1, a company attracts you with a great, useful product. Step 2, once you're hooked, they start squeezing you to make things better for advertisers. And finally, step 3, they squeeze the advertisers to make more money for themselves. It's an inevitable cycle, but with AI companions, the stakes are just so much higher.
I know. This all sounds incredibly bleak. But please, hang with me, because this is the most important part of this entire conversation. We are not powerless. There are clear, actionable things we can do, both as individuals and as a society, to fight back and reclaim our minds.
So what's the game plan? Well, experts basically point to two main strategies. On one hand, you have the quit approach from social psychologist Jonathan Haidt. He says you have to just delete the slot machine apps from your phone, get them out of your life. Then there's the tweak approach from Dr. Adi Nurikar. He suggests making small, smart changes to create friction and build healthier boundaries. Both are totally valid. The important thing is to choose what works for you.
So what does this actually look like? Well, first, just delete the most addictive apps. Get them off your phone. Second, try setting your screen to grayscale. It sounds weird, but it makes your phone way less like a shiny, tempting toy. Third, physically keep your phone out of arm's reach. Research shows that the mere presence of your phone reduces your brain power. And finally, and this one might sound strange, practice being bored. Just sit there. That's how your brain actually resets itself. But look, while all these individual tweaks are crucial, this is not a fight you have to wage all on your own. This burden cannot just be on us, the users. And the good news is, a massive global movement is already building to force real, systemic change from the top down.
And this isn't just talk. It's actually happening. In December of 2023, Australia passed a huge age verification law to protect kids. And guess what? The sky didn't fall. And now Indonesia, France, the entire EU, they're all pushing for similar laws. The world is waking up and demanding a healthier relationship with technology. And that brings us all full circle, right back to the simple choices we all make every day. The psychologist Angela Duckworth, you might know her from her famous work on grit. She put it perfectly. She said, "Where you put your phone at night may become the most important decision you make in your life." It's such a simple act, but it has these profound consequences for your attention, your sleep, and your future.
So that's what I want to leave you with. One simple but incredibly powerful question. After everything we've just uncovered, what choice are you going to make? Where will you put your phone tonight?